during the presentation they mentioned something which they're not allowed to share yet about the licenses or investors' numbers. It's only 2 cases out of all the presenters. So what we do after that, you can contact us and say that you want to participate, then we will meet up with you personally, we will look into your deck. We will first prepare you, and this is what we actually did with Daniel. And the most important part of the event is as good, and the quality of the event depends on how proactive you are from the audience to give the feedback to them, because that's the learning experience that we'll get. And the more feedback you give, and the more sincere is the feedback, the better it's for them. That's the purpose of the whole event. Because my idea when we met with you and we spoke through the first deck, which was like 2-pager about everything, yeah. I was like, I don't get how you're going to do this. Can you give me more details? And when we talk one-on-one with the entrepreneur, very often it's taken too personal. Like, she doesn't get it. I'm not a gamer, I don't get it. But you need to be able to explain it to somebody who is not even from the industry. I'm not saying just for the pitch for the investment, but overall, you need to be able to structure your thoughts in such a way that you can explain it in an easy way. And that's probably the 5th version of your deck after that, right? If not more. At least that's the first which I see. Anyway, so we try to prepare startups, but it's very difficult to give feedback one-on-one. It's better if the audience gives it. And if you see the same things, there is no sense, of course, to repeat it, but for example, with the slides and the source of the information, this is what I also gave you at the beginning as a comment, because if you look at this and you are not from the market, I'm not a gamer, I have no idea if the numbers are real, and the graphs, they just don't look nice to me, they look like you just came up with them, right? And sorry for this comment, but you get the same from the audience. So what I want to do now, I want to ask all the presenters to share what was the best learning takeaway. And we will start from Hendrik. He is the most experienced and a part of change management program, so yes. Go ahead. What was the best learning experience and the feedback that you had?
I think the use case was for me the best learning, but at the moment we don't want to share all the use cases because we're very early. But yeah, that was the main thing.
John Andrea?
And I think for me it's about trying to see myself from your point of view. So the best takeaway I think is the energy. So I realize that when I speak, I'm still on the financial role where I try to digest numbers. Here it's about passion, it's about value. So I should be more passionate. I should be the one having the energy behind and then transmitting the energy to the public, rather than just telling as if I'm explaining a fund, for example.
Yeah, thank you. We had time to process everything which happened.
I actually just applied like a few days before, and that's why quickly within like the next day we met up, and I wasn't sure what I was in for, because I pitched in all kinds of events, blockchain events. I was somehow in a green tech startup event. So just pitching different angles. I wasn't sure where I was going, but she sat down with me for 1 hour, and she made me pitch 5 minutes in front of her. And it was like, where am I going? Not sure. So in my opinion, the experience was there. Was prior to the event, sitting down with her trying to figure out how, like doing a dry run of it, trying out like how do I structure it anyway. She gave me a lot of really solid information and advice. So thanks for that. Over here I learned about user stories, emotions, and bring that. I kind of didn't think too much about that, but that was a very good idea. Thanks for that. And lastly, I think the point about the drive is that no one is better at selling a company than the founder.
Okay, thank you. And one more comment. We have one more presenter who's supposed to come, but he could not do it. He's the one who is the sponsor of the event in terms of the water. And sorry, because it's a voluntary initiative, we don't have like traditional for Singapore food and drinks and everything. So Pedro, who's supposed to present the project which is called Beatbox, couldn't make it, and it's a usual entrepreneur's journey because he applied for the EP, got rejected, now he needs to hire a few people, he needs to sign papers, and pretty much he wasn't sure if he's going to make it till the end of the event or not. So he came in before, like in the middle of the event, and asked him how is it going. He's like, oh, so stressed, I cannot do it, and I need to run to another side of the city to fix the issue. But I got confirmation about the investors, so we have like 200,000 coming in and everything. So that's a typical example of what's happening with the plan if you're an entrepreneur. I hope you enjoyed the event. Thank you very much for the experience. And you can use another like half an hour for networking and talk to each other and meet each other, and also come to us if you want to visit the next event. Thank you very much.